everyone, welcome back to Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Today we are here for the very first set of the game, and I'm very happy to do this video because while this is a game that isn't very present on the channel because I mainly covered the first impression and then the main story, it is a game that I play a lot of video for many reasons. First, because I am a passionate card game player, both digital and non-digital. Second, because it is a game that is very much connected to other games that I play on the channel, like Princess Connect, so I do love to take a peek into what's going on into this game, and as you can see, I am quite a high rank in terms of ranked matches. I have played a lot. Speaking of my career so far, from the base set to this first set, I have played Portal Artifact mainly. Why? Because I like the deck, I like dreizehn, and I like to win. So those are three things that come very well together into that deck. No, but seriously speaking, I do like the playstyle of Portal Artifact a lot. I have tried aggro Dragoncraft and I also tried Runecraft, but aggro was kind of bad because there are so many anti-aggro decks in the previous meta, like since now it has obviously changed. And Runecraft I didn't have enough legendaries, so it wasn't at full effect. Today things might change, since we have a lot of new cards, new decks, and also, my friends, speaking of new decks, you can claim a new deck just by logging in, as you can see. Like, look here, you have a deck for Ebly Grass, you have Forestcraft, Swordcraft, Runecraft, Dragoncraft, Abysscraft, Heavencraft, and Portalcraft. I know a little bit about each of those, but we will get more on that later after we do the pulls, obviously, since you want to take the deck with the least cards that you don't have if you are going to open packs, since obviously you will get free cards that way, so we will wait until I'm done pulling cards. We also have release missions to get tickets, very nice, and we have another Rubies Galore. They fixed the Rubies Galore event by making it so that you don't need to win the match without the opponent conceding, you just need to win the match, which is great. We also have a new main story, as you can see over here on the main story panel. The next character with a main story is Diablo, which is a character without a voice, so many mysteries about this character that we will hopefully unravel after going through the main story of this particular, not even sure what to call it, a monster I guess. So, we finally get to the card packs. One good thing, you still have the daily free card pack, but now it is for Infinity Evolved. Legends Rise is still here, it is the base set after all, and it seems that you can redeem which one you can choose, which is very nice. Obviously we will choose the new set, but for me, in the days to come, I will probably go with Legends Rise, since I do have more cards missing after we do this video, probably in that set, since look, you can see them now, but I have a lot of gold to open packs, which makes me very happy. What are the targets? So, first, let's open the first pack. Let's see. I'm very curious if we can get something good from the start. Probably a gold. No, nothing. Okay. That's also fine. Is it me or is the card pack purple now? A lot of new cards that I've never seen before. I don't think any of those... I think this one is Portalcraft, but it is a puppet. It's not my deck, which is Artifact. Okay, so now we can begin with the serious pack opening. As you can see, I have a lot of gold, so it will be nice. My objectives are three. Obviously, to get the cards for my deck. So, the new legendary for Artifact and some of the new commons and gold. To get Filene, which is the Dragoncraft new leader, which you will see on the background right now in a second, and to get new cards for new decks. I want to try Dragoncraft, since obviously if I get Filene, I want to try it. I want to try Forestcraft with the new aggro pixie deck, which sounds interesting, and I want to try... It is obviously going to be a popular deck, I imagine, because it was popular in the previous set, but I want... to also try Swordcraft mid-range, because it sounds quite broken with the Urius legendary, but that's just the impression that I got. Anyway, 10. As you can see, we have, let me think, so 10, 20, 60, packs, I think around there, which is a good amount. Let's see how many good pulls we can get. I'm going all in, obviously, because the next set is in 1 month and a half. Okay, we got 3 gold and 2 legendaries, I think, if I haven't seen wrong. Let's see. I don't know what the animation is like for the ticket, since I've never gotten a ticket. The ticket is the pool that you use to redeem the new leader, new visage, or new... what's it called? Home screen, there we go. So, Artifact Catapult is a card that I want to try, since it is basically half the 5 mana spell that you use to summon 2 temporary artifacts, which is very nice. We have a gold here, Draconic Strike. So this card is supposed to what you use to bring out Ho-Ho, but I do think it is either it costs too much and does too little, or it does too little and costs too much. It is the same thing, but at the same time it has 2 flaws in one. So in my opinion it should cost 4 or 5 at least. If it costs 6, the reduction in cost should be higher than just 2. I don't think 2 is enough to justify a 6 cost DL3. Like, not really too much. These guys, I don't remember what they do. I think they were damage to evolved enemies or something like that. This card also, they need to explain how they think it can work, because it is an Earthright spell, which puts a crest that... if you have 10 Earthrights, doubles the stats of the enemies in your field. But 10 Earthrights is nearly impossible to get if you play an Earthright deck. Why? Because Earthright decks have cards that consume Earthright. So by the time you can use Pascal's Dance, like, where do you find those 10 Earthrights? That's my question. But it is just speculation for now. I just think it is very, very odd of a... Cioè, they didn't really give support for Earthright too much. Okay, we have a legendary here. Let's see. Oh, premium, actually. Did we hit... I don't think it's a god pack. But it is a good pack, because having a premium legendary obviously is nice. She's basically a sort of Urius for Forestcraft, if I don't remember wrong. Select 2 enemy followers and give them can't attack followers or leaders. Yes, until the end. Basically... she can choose while Urius applies it to everyone that enters the board while he's in play. And then the Super Evolve deal 1 damage to your leader and 2 damage to this follower. This is basically slow kill for the minions and the leaders. Anyway, let's pick up the pace. We're going a little bit slow. Okay, nothing new here. If we see an interesting card, I will pick it up, however. Like, Jelt is interesting. If this guy was a neutral card, Haven would be OP. But for Swordcraft, I do think that it is an interesting card. Like, obviously, the Super Evolved requirement that you will see in a lot of cards for this set is interesting. I keep saying interesting because it is the only word that fits here. But Super Evolved cards generally, in the previous meta, were cards that were alone on the field. So seeing cards that interact with them is quite interesting. 3 legendaries, okay, very nice. That's a good pull. Hopefully this is the portal one. Pyrowind Blade, also very interesting card for aggro dragon. But not really sure how good aggro will be in this meta, to be fair. Like, there is a lot of anti-aggro tools, so... like, just Haven with the walls is incredibly anti-aggro, so I'm curious to see how they plan to make Dragon aggro work, if they plan at all. Okay, so this spell is 6 cost for Puppet Portalcraft, and you summon Aloyd and Victoria. Victoria is a new puppet that the new legendary for Puppet summons. While Lloyd is a 1/6 with Bane, she's a 6/1 with Follower Strike. You deal X damage at the follower before the attack, where X is her damage. So basically you don't trade. You deal damage, and if the damage kills the enemy, then they die, otherwise you do trade. Which is an interesting way of doing things, because it means that she's a sticky removal, is what I would call her. Similar to Lloyd, but Lloyd does consume HP to trigger Bane, so it is kind of different. Let's see. Jinsetsu Yuzuki, that's a very good legendary for Abysscraft, if I remember the effect correctly. Abysscraft going for a more mid-range type of deck. You basically either swarm the board or control the board, which is a cool way of doing things. So that's a very mid-range. So if you are ahead, you just flood the board and the enemy has to deal with it. If you are behind, you can destroy 4 random enemy followers, which for a game that has 5 max on board is basically everyone, since then you can also evolve. And you restore 4 defense, which is very huge. Very nice pool that we got here. But I want the ticket, my friends. Okay, we have another Limaga, which is interesting. Guess they want me to go for Forestcraft. Owen, incredible card for Runecraft. Like, he solves the issues that the class had in the past meta, which basically was early game. It's hard against aggro because you don't really have much that can go against it. He has ward. He can spell boost, and he can also draw if you evolve him. A lot of value into a card that costs just 3. And we got another one, so... We are not getting the cards that I want, which is a little bit sad. But we have 2 legendaries next. 1, actually. Let's see. Ticket. Filene. Okay, very nice. Not the ticket, but we still got her, which is nice. I actually do want to have 3 copies of her to try the... Ramp Dragoncraft, and we also got the emblem, which is very nice. Let's continue. 10 more. Come on, I want to see a ticket. Like, I haven't gotten a ticket since I started playing this game. I don't even know what the animation looks like. That's how bad it is. Let's go fast. We have seen most of the cards right now. Like, this card is the support that they have in mind for... Earthright, but as you can see, like, all she does is give you the 1 artifact that makes you draw 1 and gives you 1 Earthright, and then if there is a super evolved, you get 2 Earth Sigils. But the condition is so weird if you think about it, that there aren't really many crazy generators for Earthright, I think. That's my main worry for the deck, but I do want to try it if I find the time, because I do like the Earth style. Earthright style. Earth style is a bit shorter, but it's not too bad. We are getting a lot of those divine cards, which are for Havencraft. This card, there it is. We actually got it before, but I didn't notice. Flight of Icarus. Select an artifact follower in your hand and give it trash, and last word, draw a card. Very interesting card because it can potentially replace Yudi. Since Yudi is 3 cost 3, draw a card, and then you get a crest if you evolve, but... Artifact doesn't really want to evolve Yuri, so maybe that card is a little bit better. And Carnelia, there we go, that's the goal that I want. Select an artifact follower in your hand and give it ward and can be destroyed by abilities. This works against the 5 mana spell that makes the artifact that you summon temporary. So it is a very cool combo, but the issue here is that it is an effect that triggers on evolve. Generally artifact wants to evolve Alouette, so it will be a kind of logic that differs from how Artifact are played so far, which it is something that I need to try. Charon, very good legendary for Abysscraft once more. So basically she gives a word to departed followers, so ghosts or any character that dies at the end of turn. And also has reanimate 2 and 1 and then 3 if you super evolver. So very... aggro mid-range oriented character for sure. Okay, I think the rest is just commons, so we can go through them like that. Okay, we have 30 packs left. I have still hope that we can get a ticket, and hopefully it is Filene's, but let's also hope that I get the legendary that you just saw on screen, which is Karula, if I'm not wrong on the name. Okay, we have a golden Neptune. She's for Dragoncraft with the new marine meta that she gives a crest. Every time a marine follower enters the field, restores 1 defense to your leader. Marine followers, that's actually a fun thing. It's only the Orcas, which you get from the new cards that interact with this mechanic, and the 2/2 summoned by the Otoime fan. So those cards that are new, they are not marine, which is an interesting way of doing things, since I would expect Mermans to be marine, but I guess not. Laura, Guru Commander, this is another crazy card. Select another follower on field and give it Bane. You can give it to a ghost or any card that has Rush, which makes it very powerful. Super Evolve, select another allied follower on the field and give it a Storm. Now, imagine if you can give Storm to a character that can end the game. That's a very valuable Super Evolve, but it is a Super Evolve, so that's probably the main issue that you face, having to save it. Very nice, we got a premium Flight of Icarus. Getting premiums for me is nice, especially if I play the deck. Okay, let's see the legendary. Come on, Karula. We got Titania, okay. Titania is the new follower for Pixie Aggro, I will call it, Fairy Aggro. Basically, she gives you a permanent crest that adds a fairy to your hand at the start of every turn, so you get Infinite Fairy Generator. You pair it up with Aria, which gives Storm to all fairies that you summon. You have basically deal 1 damage if there aren't wards on the field every turn, which is very nice. And also has a select removal. You can select an enemy follower and transform it into a fairy. 1/1. Be very careful. Transform is much like Banish, where you basically deny last words or any mechanic that triggers when the enemy is on field and it is removed by an effect that doesn't basically banish it from the field, which is a very cool effect. In Hearthstone, those cards were basically silence and then destroy, something like that. But in this case, it's not really a silence and destroy, it is directly transform and then you have to destroy it yourself. 20 more packs, my friends. Will we get a ticket? I don't think that we might, but I still would be happy if we at least get one copy of Karula. I do have enough to craft him, 3 copies, but I would love to get at least a good omen and have him appear from the packs. We are getting a lot of gold, which is making me happy at least. This one is for the amulet version of Evencraft, which I like to call Memencraft, so I wonder if she will see play. Maybe you can slot her into the ward deck, but not really convinced for now. This one is for mid-range, might also see play in aggro, I think. And this one is for the fairy crazy deck that I talked about so far. I think that we might be getting the Portalcraft deck, we will see. We still have another 10 packs to go, so. Okay, another Laura, very nice. I might want to play Abysscraft. Another Filene, okay, nice, okay. So if we get another Filene, she has to be ticket, so hopefully the next one is a ticket. I have such bad luck with the tickets, I guess, my friends, like all the base set and now this one I haven't gotten one ticket. It will have to be for the next set if I get unlucky. More level ups for my collection, which is nice. Last and pull, come on. Show me this ticket, please. Just one. Okay, we got 2 legendaries. I don't think that there are tickets, but who knows. I don't know the animation. But so far I haven't seen any different animation, so probably not it. Reina, there we go. That's a crazy card. Evolve all unevolved allies followers on the field. For aggro decks, this card is a golden boon. Or for any class that has minions on the field, and then you can play it. So I think Ward, for example, the Evencraft Ward will surely run her because kind of a card that you want to have around. Okay. I am a little bit hesitant right now because I don't want to end this video without a ticket, but I do think that we might have been busted in terms of pools. Not bad pools, don't get me wrong. We got a lot of golden, a lot of legendary, so it's not bad, but I would have loved to get at least one ticket. Okay, let's see. Grimnir, okay. Not a bad card. Is neutral. Grimnir. Fanfare, gain crest, Grimnir every gale. At the end of the turn, if there's a super evolved ally follower on the field, deal 2 damage to all enemy followers. You might ask, there is no class that doesn't want to run something like this, and you'd be right. It is a niche card that you had like Fieldau in the previous set. Obviously, there are some classes that do have enough AOE to justify not running him. We got a dupe in Jinsetsu and Yuzuki, but not a dupe, never mind. And that's the end of it. No ticket, my friends. And no Karula, which is probably the worst part since now I have to craft him. But I do have a lot of vials, so it's not too much of an issue. 190 packs to get the lucky chest. That's a tall order. Like, even for Legends Rise, as you can see, 174, so I am far away. Now, the deck. So in terms of decks, as you can see, we still have the difficulty on them. Wow, 3-4 Pixie Forest Craft. I wonder why. So let's see the decks themselves. So those are mostly cards from the previous set. You have one Amelia here, which is very nice since I don't have her, and one Gildaria. 2 legendaries is not bad at all, my friends. Like, for a free deck, after we already got a free deck from the last set, this is very generous. Burnight and Fanny. This deck I do not recommend at all. Like, Fanny, Huele Lobo Ho-Ho, as we call her in Precon. If you haven't seen her story, make sure to watch it. This is a very bad card. It is an 8 mana do nothing at the immediate, since you halve the cost of all the cards in your deck, not even your hand. So I wouldn't really recommend this deck. This one is good. This one has Amelia and the new legendary, which is very nice. Dreizehn probably is the deck with the most new cards, I will guess. Yes, Divine Guard, this golden card, Agnes, Wilbert. This one is very good. I think to start, if you want to play Heaven, it is a class that I think in the previous set didn't really have many good cards, so that one is a good one for sure. Earthright Runecraft. Now this is interesting. I want to see what in their mind applies as Earthright Runecraft. For example, Owen right here, while he gives a spell boost, is very weird. Since Kuon, okay. I really don't think, like, Earthright and Ramp, I wouldn't really suggest them, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't think that they are that crazy. This one is good, this one seems good. Cerberus, okay, this one is very good. Abysscraft is very good to get. Puppetry Portal Craft, let's see what they put in here. 2 Sylvias, which are amazing to get. 1 Orchis and 1 Zwei. Okay. I actually might get this deck, my friends. Because there are... I don't think... No, I must have gotten Agims. Agims is a very cool card, by the way. Select an enemy follower on the field with 4 attack or less, banish it and summon an exact copy of it. That's really, really cool as an effect. You can basically steal a lot of different cards, which makes it a very, very cool... I would call it mind control for a Hearthstone, but it's not really mind control, something similar to that. Okay, I'm thinking to get the Puppet Craft. Let's see. This one, 2 Roaches. Okay, so they still want to run Roach into the aggro Pixie deck. I guess that makes sense. And you run Aria and Titania. Okay, I do have most of those cards, so while this is good, I don't want to get it. So if I had to give you an estimate of which decks are the best to get, in terms of value, I think that Dreizehn and Departed Abysscraft have the best cards. Portalcraft also has very good cards, but I do think that Artifact is probably better than Puppetry for now, before I have had the chances to test it. So those two, I think, are more immediate good decks. You just need to add more legendaries and a few modifications, they're ready to go. This one you might have to change a lot of stuff, that's what I mean to say. Forestcraft, I'm not sure. Like, Roach was good last meta, not really sure if it will be good this meta, it is a toss in the dark. Earthright and Ramp, no. Officer, I would say it is on the same wavelength as Puppetry. It seems to be a good deck to me, but maybe you have to change a few things. Okay, let's get Puppetry. We get some new cards. Very nice. Okay, so that's it, I think. Like, we have a new battle pass, as you can see, with new leader, which should be from the new main story. We have a new aspect for Neptune and other rewards. Very nice, because this is a lot of gold for the next set, which should come until the release of card set 3. Usually there is something that tells you when it comes. I don't remember from where, though. Let me see. Maybe from by card packs. Okay, I bugged it. No, please don't bug. Okay. We were done anyway, so we will just end it like this. With, okay, connection timeout. No, but it didn't. Okay, we will just end it like this. Since we are still in the game, I don't want to go back to the main screen. My friends, thank you very much for watching this carpool opening. Next I will probably cover the main story with the Abysscraft storyline, and thankfully I have a good Abysscraft deck, but it seems, since I got 2 of the new legendaries. And also a Charon, I believe I got also, which is very nice. For today this is it, thank you very much for watching. As always, remember to smash that like button or that subscribe button, or to leave a comment. And if you want to support the channel more, remember that you can use the super thanks feature to leave a comment with a donation you're choosing below your favorite until launch video, or to join the community as a member by becoming a launch supporter. I would appreciate both of those. For me this is it, defeated a little because I didn't get a ticket, but happy because I got many legendaries, which is the important part. I will see you next time, and until then, enjoy your own games and deck openings, hopefully deck openings. It is a deck opening since you do get a new deck, but pack openings. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you at the next opening in the next set. Bye my friends.